So who'd have thought we'd get more Game of Thrones material in 2026? But did House of the Dragon start season 3 off with the bang that we expect? Probably mostly, spoilers ahead. So whilst I wouldn't say there was much politics in this, it was nice to see Aemon starting off really calmly and making due process happen. And look, we know Lara Strong is the one who's, hiding Aegon Targaryen, but he's my favourite creep. The way he threw Aegon under the bus, loved it. But we'll see if he has a cunning plan. And going back to Aemon with him losing his mind, I mean, that scene with Alicent, where obviously she's gone to Dragonstone before, she's gonna throw her son under the bus to save her and Helena. Yeah, I approve of that. The fact that she didn't understand the mother issues that Aemond had in the slightest. First of all, the way that the actress pulled off that moment of where she realizes and is like, oh my God, not only have I just realized this thing, but also I've got to go along with it. And how far is he gonna go? Thankfully, he didn't go too far. Brilliant. And it might have been the most uncomfortable piece of incest that we've actually seen in Game of Thrones. That takes some beating. And outside of that, the only politics we got as such was Jace trying to get one of the Queensguard to break the rules, but he's saying it's not breaking the rules because I'm telling you she's lost her mind. That was a bit lame because let's face it, if the council had agreed that she'd lost her mind for going off to this battle and various other things, she's going to trust Alicent or whatever, then him with the backing of the council makes sense. Also, you can play into the whole, hey, he's a man. Is there an element of roles reversed? She's the heir, he's king. Would that have happened? They didn't do that. He just went, no, you need to do this, blah, 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 blah. Why would that bloke do that when he's the heir, no backing of the council, and he's literally going to get his head handed to him? And it also felt to me like Jace all of a sudden went from being the pragmatic one to losing his mind, because I get that he'd be frantic and decide to possibly go, but then when it was our destiny, it was, it's like, right, he was one of the more stable ones 2 seconds ago. I mean, fine if he loses his mind over time, but I just found that a bit, But if we get back to the battles, easily the best naval battle we've seen, and look, we know the Velaryons are just going to go into the abyss. It didn't mean the Triarchy were actually going to be super successful, but it was nice to see the whole brinksmanship with the sea, the way that they went through that sort of the straight bit and how it happened, and yeah, it was different. And obviously part of the reason we have to wait a long time for House of the Dragon specifically is because of the dragon scenes. We got the dragon battles. It was nice to see the, not new technology, old technology, because this is the oldest like part of history we've seen, but the way that they were taking down dragons, and it was like, so I get that they were bringing back the old technology in at the end of Game of Thrones for dragons, but yeah, they were way more sophisticated than they were in Game of Thrones with that. But as far as the big impactful stuff, like Jace going, thought it was done well, the dragon stuff was cool, as I said, but also the way that he died, kind of with a whimper, and I like that because death isn't glorious. There's a scene in The Sopranos where it's like, it won't be cinematic. This was it, although it was literally cinematic. But one of the key features of this show, which I really like, is the fact that when you look at the players in it and everybody, it's a tragedy in the sense of that this whole war could have been avoided at many points. And, the dragon now coming out, and just she can't control it, and it just all goes wrong. And so you've got two dragon riders controlling the sea battle, and then, hey, I've got this new dragon. Oh, it's accidentally killing our men. Whoop, let's have another go, although she didn't have control. And then accidentally getting, the heir to the throne killed, or the heir to one of the thrones killed, and they've now lost a dragon. Great! So it's the fact that people always look, the past, we have these titans of blah, blah, blah. Game of Thrones has reversed that. Like, so many people, we talk about this, like Tywin, Olenna, Littlefinger, Varys, Tyrion, they'd have mopped up in this universe, and this war would never have happened in this way. But the only other stuff really to note in this episode was the Ponce-in-Chief himself, Lord Lannister. Can't see him being dead. And Corlys, nah, he's not going to be dead. But his son getting a big sort of, big death in, that's cool. He's very rootable for. He's a likable character. And I don't think even a big, strong man who knows how to fight would want to take him on, because it's like, he's a big, strong man who knows how to fight. Look, in all honesty, it started off in a strong way. We've got the stuff laid down for when eventually I suspect King's Landing will fall, because I think that is going to happen. But we know that the Red Keep isn't going to fall, because if you watch Game of Thrones, guess what? The Red Keep hasn't fallen in however long, way before House of the Dragon. All the pieces are in motion, and we got really good action. So overall, I was happy, but a couple of wonky bits in it. But if you like what you see from this channel, please like, subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff. Your support is appreciated. And that's how you get more content from me. And until next time, I'll see you later.